Alright, morning guys. What we'll do, we'll put the FXMath signals in here, and what we'll do, we'll do this on a weekly basis, just so you can get like an idea of like how well they're doing. Ideally, what you'd do, you'd mix, combine, the signals with the sentiment. However, this week was very fundamentally risky, so this might not be a true reflection about next week. But considering the geopolitics that we actually did quite well. Quite a lot of green, a little bit of red, but the losses are small, and so far, we did well on the week. So it shows that the software's got promise, but there is something that you need to bear in mind is that it was suggesting that we were having risk on indication yesterday, and you can see on the indices and on FX we were like really quite risk off. So what happened with the FXMath software, it sort of said, we want to buy the Aussie USD, and of course looking at it you think, well, it's not really gonna look like a buy, so you simply wait. And for me, I used the ranges, the weekly range low, ADR low, and things like that. You look at if it's overbought, oversold, you can use the RSI, and then you'd simply activate the signal. So then you'd follow the signal. So a little bit of what's the word? A bit of a bit of prudence, a bit of savvy, common sense. Is that if it's suggesting risk on, you'd simply look at your chart and you think, well, actually we don't look risk on at all. You check your indices; they look quite heavy. In fact, they were really falling yesterday. So you wouldn't buy the risk on signals that were recommended. Just simply wait and exercise a bit of patience. So that being said, they were good, but had you have taken them when they suggested, they would have been bad. So it does require a little bit of common sense. When I publish them into the bubble channel, you simply look at your levels, look at the fundamentals. Like I made the mistake of buying the EJ on Monday, and we were actually quite risk off. So that was actually a mistake on my part, that I didn't look at the fundamentals, and that's why I had that loss. And the same with pound yen as well. So they're good, but it does require a little bit of common sense, like I say, and a bit of timing. And Aussie USD was a good example because we'd exceeded the average weekly range low, and I thought, well, hang on a minute, that looks well oversold. And then I followed the signal from FXMath, and I did well, and I got out at the SLC. So it's got promise. We'll test it again next week. What I'll do now is publish today's signals into the bubble channel, and then you can follow them if you like, but just bear in mind we're still risky in the geopolitics. So that being said, so it was a good week, quite happy, and what I'll do is simply publish these every Friday, and then we can see how we go. And so that's that. So so it was a £40 move on the 0.07. So I'm risking 2% on each trade as well, which is you need to keep them small, and you do okay. It's not a great amount of money, but it's not a loss, right? So that's something to think about. And if you did want to get the dashboard, it's called. You want to get the scanner there, right? And I think it's quite expensive. I think expensive-ish, but that's how it works. So you get a discount as well, and you can talk to the guy and you get 50% off. Come to the website. He's got a message IM thing. He should respond to it. If not, you can leave a message. But currently 50% discount, and it goes to show it does. It is successful, but you have to have a little bit of common sense about entry as well. Like that was a good move, the Kiwi yen, because things were falling, right? So then I took it. So it's just like common sense. So that being said, so have a good weekend. I'm off the rest of the day, and just before I go, I'll publish the new signals into the bubble channel, and so hopefully it helps. Have a good one. I'll speak to you soon.